Good evening, and welcome to the last Larry King Live. It's hard to say that. I knew this day was coming. These words are not easy to say. Bill Maher is the host of Real Time with Bill Maher on HBO. That's Larry King. Go right to it. Bill Maher. Ryan Seacrest is a radio and TV host and producer. They'll be with us throughout the show. There's a Larry King Live send-off party. It's going on right now in Beverly Hills. We'll be checking in there during the hour, and we'll be heading there as soon as the show is over. Thank you both for coming. I mean it, I'm very grateful, Bill.
Larry, you're 25 years. You're an icon. Everyone's waiting for your words, and your words are, these are hard words to say. Bill Maher.
Well, how did you take that? You took it emotionally, didn't you?
I'm just so happy to be here.
Well, you know, I'm happy to have you.
I remember when I took your confession earlier this year when you announced that this day...
You were on the show the night I announced that.
Can I say something to everybody who's going to be on the show? I'm going to appoint myself a referee right at the beginning. This is not Larry's funeral. You know, Larry's going to be hopefully in our living rooms for a lot of years to come. Maybe not every night, but if
doing other things, I'll be around.
If that's not the case, I'll be very disappointed with CNN. Yeah. This is, you know, this is the end of a show, not the end of a man.
That's right.
So
that's a very good point. That's a very good point. And that's the tone to set. That is the tone to set.
Yeah, it's not a funeral.
No, not at all. Joining us from Sacramento, Governor Schwarzenegger has a special announcement for you, Larry. So if we can bring up the governor now. I believe he's with us. There he is.
Hello, Larry. First of all, I just want to say thank you very much for doing your show out of Los Angeles, out of California. We need the jobs, we need the money, so this was really terrific. And of course, we are big fans of yours, and so my announcement is that the day is officially in California, Larry King Day.
Well.
So congratulations to 25 years of great entertainment, great interviews, and a great friendship. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Governor. I appreciate it. Say hello to the wife, and keep this in mind. I'll be back.
I definitely will. Thank you very much. I'll be back.
That's nice. You want to say something, Bill? Yes, he was very good. You too.
Yeah.
You too. You'll be here in a minute. You two's good. Bono, The Edge, the whole group.
We're just getting started on our last show. As you can tell, this is completely rehearsed. Don't go away. Before we meet some of my favorite people with us in New York, and we welcome you back to Larry King Live, we have another surprise from Ryan. Remember, I don't know what's coming.
You don't know what's coming, right?
Correct.
Let's go to the...
Like any other show.
That's true. He doesn't want to know, does he?
Correct.
Let's go to the highest office in the land right now. The president has something for you, a special message.
You're kidding.
I'm not. Take a look.
I want to join all of you in congratulating Larry King, one of the giants of broadcasting, on a truly amazing career. Larry, for 25 years, you've hosted a conversation between newsmakers, celebrities, and the American people, from presidents and generals to Kermit the Frog and Joe from Tacoma. You say that all you do is ask questions, but for generations of Americans, the answers to those questions have surprised us, they've informed us, and they've opened our eyes to the world beyond our living rooms. So thank you, Larry, and best of luck.
You ever introduced the president before?
I have not, no.
John Boehner is calling in. He disagrees completely. He's calling Obama a socialist for those remarks.
So long for a while, that's all the king for a while. Yours. Larry, don't let me down now. Goodbye to your hit parade. I don't know the second. No, the song.
Yeah, goodbye. Frank Sinatra sang.
Yeah, so long to your hit parade. And the guest that you love to be played, Larry doesn't remember it. We're dying.
I don't know the hit parade song.
We're dying here.
Okay, you got me, Regis. I lose.
I didn't need to get you. I just wanted to show everybody that you know all those songs. And we
know the weird part? I lost the $500 question. I'm off the show. Donald Trump, thank you for humbling yourself and appearing with us again tonight.
Yeah, we all appreciate it.
I'll tell you what, it's really my honor. You're an amazing guy, Larry, and we're going to miss you, but I assume you're going to be back bigger than ever. But I don't know what this is all about. Look at him. He looks great.
He looks great.
He looks great.
Why is he leaving?
What the hell's going on? Yeah, what's going on?
We don't like this.
I mean, you shouldn't be leaving anything, Larry. But we are honored. The group here, I will tell you, we have a great group of people in New York, and we all love you, and you're a special guy, and nobody ever did it better.
Well, it's not Saturday night, but live from New York, it's Larry King Live.
Thanks, Bill. You know, I've done about 7,000 interviews in my 25 years at CNN, and I've saved my best guest for last. I'm talking to me. Now, Larry, what's been my favorite interview?
It's hard to pick one out. You know, Larry?
Yeah.
Because you've done so many over the years, it's hard to pick one out. Every time I'm asked that, it's hard to pick one out. I like what you're wearing tonight, Larry.
Oh, thank you. You know, I just picked it out. You know, it was the first thing right there in the closet. It was great. Larry, what's the most interesting thing about me?
The most interesting thing about you is that you're a little wacko. No one. My sons were saying in the car tonight that no one is normal. In fact, if you met a normal person, he or she would be abnormal. So I would say that you're very special, Larry.
What question have I asked more than any over the years?
Why?
That's great.
No, that's been it's like the Abbott Costello here. No, you see, the best question of all, Larry, is the question why.
I love that question.
Because it's a great question. Because it can't be answered in one word, and it forces the person to think.
Why?
It's also good if you're not paying attention. You
Why?
can just say, why? Right?
As Ryan said, it's also good if you're not paying attention at the time.
You just say, why?
Let's say you're being bugged on someone's talking in your headset and you haven't heard, so you say, why?
Why?
Yeah, sure. I know the feeling,
It's great, it's a minimalist. That's as you quoted.
I always say, Larry.
What now, Larry?
Now, besides holding up my pants, why do I wear suspenders? Can the suspender industry survive the end of Larry King Live?
I will not stop wearing them. So, you've heard it first. No matter what I do in life, other things, the suspenders will remain. This set is historic. It's going to the Smithsonian. Hey, Fred, thanks a lot, Fred. Fred, I really appreciate you doing this. That was hysterical.
Thank you. Thank you.
Barbara, what's happening? Barbara Walters, I've been on The View many times, about 20 times, and I really appreciate your being on this show. I think this is your 21st appearance.
It is. You've been on, forgive my voice, The View had a party last night, and I think
the conga line.
Too much cheer. You've been on 25 years, and I've been on 21. So there were 4 years you didn't want me. What did I do?
By the way, I believe, looking at this group, you were the first female anchor, were you not?
I was the first female co-anchor when I first came to ABC from NBC. You see, if I hadn't left, I would have your job today. Do you realize that?
That hadn't occurred to me, but perhaps we could discuss
you have nothing to say.
A delightful Chardonnay later. Yes, I don't know.
You've been able, you were my biggest competition. I hate to see you go, but a little part of me says, oh, terrific, now I can get them. But, you know, nobody has done them as well. The week that I was on, I guess this fall, you had Ahmadinejad on, and then Jimmy Carter was on the next night. I mean, and that's just routine for you. So you'll be so missed, so missed.
Before I ask Katie, Brian, you mentioned Bill Maher. What do you think of Ryan Seacrest?
A sparkling, still emerging talent. You and I have the same opinion of that young man. It's just such an exciting evening. I mean, just in the green room here to see your next two guests, Star Jones and Julian Assange. It's really, there's a vibe, there's a crackle and energy in the air that's hard to define.
You are nuts.
A guest who's been here 28 times over the years will join us for the 29th time. We're going to go live to Little Rock, Arkansas, next. Thanks so much, Mr. President, for joining us.
Thank you, Larry.
You look well fit. Are you feeling well?
I feel great. I've been traveling quite a bit, but as you pointed out, I just got back from Haiti and from the day before in the Dominican Republic, but I'm encouraged by some of what I saw there, and I'm kind of like you. I have to keep working at, I don't know if it keeps me young, but at least it keeps me out of the grave, so I feel good about it. And I'm really glad to see you here and still up and going.
We're both in the Zipper Club. By the way, you looked very good last week in the briefing room at the White House. We have a few moments left.
I think
Bill
also
Maher
the business stuff is good.
Bill Maher and Ryan Seacrest.
We had a delay.
I know. Bill Maher and Ryan Seacrest are here. Each of them might have a quick question. Do you, Bill?
My question is, how come when we go all the way to Shanghai, the electronics work, but in Arkansas, there's like a
bigger delay?
It's like, I've never seen such a delay. What's going on?
Why is there a long delay? Do we know? Do you know, Mr. President?
No, I just think, we talk slower down here, and they're making allowances.
It's a draw. It's a southern draw.
Well, I would just say that.
By the way, the suits wanted me to remind you what the Zipper Club is. It's if you've had open heart surgery, they have to zipper it up. So I thought everyone in the world knew it, but apparently...
No, Bill and I look confused. We did not get that. We did not know that. We were wondering what...
I'm sure you did. Ryan, do you have any question for the president?
I'm glad you clarified that.
I see what you mean.
What have you enjoyed doing the most or been most fulfilled by since you've been in office?
I mean, since I left the White House.
Yeah.
I think the most fulfilling thing to me has been the work that our foundation has done in Africa, Latin America, East Asia, on AIDS, tuberculosis, malaria, and on bringing jobs to poor people, places, especially if the jobs are related to energy. Seeing people's lives change. I have these recurrent images in my mind that flash across all the time of kids I've seen in all these little villages who are alive because of the work that we've done. That's by far the most rewarding thing to me.
By the way, I want to congratulate you. Your childhood home.
I like traveling and doing the work.
By the way, Bill Clinton's childhood home in Hope, Arkansas has been named a National Historic Site. It's the 394th site in the National Park System. Congratulations, Mr. President. Thanks again, Bill. Good seeing you and happy holidays.
It's a wonderful little place. Thank you, Larry, and thank you for all the years. You were great.
And Bill Maher wants to know, why don't you do his show?
Has he ever invited me?
Every year.
You got to get it right to him, because he fears nothing.
Okay. I owe you one. And we'll do it. We'll work it out.
You did an extraordinary interview with Reverend Graham back in, I think, 2005, and he had sent a letter that he wanted us to read on the air, and I'll read it in part. It says, "Dear Larry, it's hard to believe that after so many years you are retiring from Larry King Live. I will miss watching you every evening, as I've done for so long. I'd also like to thank you for the times you've had me on your program. I always thoroughly enjoyed our times together. I wanted to send at least this brief note of appreciation both for your program and for our years of personal friendship. You'll be greatly missed in my evening routine." And that is from Reverend Billy Graham. And I think we say ditto.
Also a big fan of mine, Billy Graham.
Oh, I know, must be. Yeah, I love your movie.
Yeah. He's trying to get on your show.
Lots more to come. Don't go away. We're back with Bill Maher and Ryan Seacrest. They've been with us all the way. Joining us now, my good friend, Dr. Phil McGraw, the host of Daytime TV's Dr. Phil, and he'll soon appear on Ask Oprah's All-Stars on OWN. How do you feel? You're an all-star now.
Hey, listen, that's okay. If you're hanging with Oprah, that's good, right? I mean, that's fun. I'm looking very forward to that.
Thanks for coming by.
But this is about you. This isn't about me and what I'm doing. I got questions for you, man. How do you feel about all of this? Every one of us, because, you know, we do shows. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Because all of us are going to be in a position where we say, okay, goodbye. That's it. We're too far into it. We're running out of something to say, and we'll be going home. So I'm really studying how you're handling this.
How am I doing?
With grace. I mean,
Well,
I'm
it's
really
mixed
interested.
feelings, you know. I'm going on to other things. I'll be doing a lot of things, but hey, this has been a third of my life.
No, a lot of grace. I'd like to pipe in and say my little tribute on that score. Because, no, really, I mean, Steve Allen, Johnny Carson, you know, Walter Cronkite. For me, I mean, Johnny went off in '92, right? For all that time, for me, that guy has been Larry King. You know, in a nation that is too many windbags and douchebags. This man was never windy or douchey. Excuse me on CNN.
Well, no, I know, and you guys know, because we all know Larry off camera as well as on, and you never like to be the center of attention. You ask short questions. He told me 10, 12 years ago, he said, if it's 2 sentences or more, if it's more than 2 sentences, you shouldn't ask the question. You need to work on it and think about it, because it's about them. But I mean,
Doctor,
you really have handled this with such grace.
I can't tell you how appreciative I am of your coming by. We're short on time, but I thank you so much. I love your presence.
Thank you so much.
More surprises to come. I don't know what they are, so stay here and we'll find out together. As you can see, the panel has increased with the wife and the kids, and we'll meet them in a minute. Anderson Cooper and I have been meeting via satellite Monday through Friday for about 5 years now. All good things come to an end, Anderson. And sorry you can't be with us tonight.
Yeah, well, Larry, I'm not going to talk about what's on my program tonight, which is what I usually do this program. I just want to use my brief time to say thank you. You've been a friend, a mentor to me all these years that I've been at CNN, and I truly cannot imagine this place without you. And if I can say something very personal for a moment, you and I had lunch once recently, and we both talked about our fathers, and how we both lost our dads at a very young age. I think you were 9, I was 10, and we talked about how one really never gets over something like that. And I was just thinking about how proud your dad must be for all that you've accomplished in your career, and more importantly, in your life, being there for your boys, for your family, taking them to ball games, to school, and doing all the things that I know he would have wanted to do for you and that my dad would have wanted to do for me. And right before my dad died, he actually wrote a letter to me, and I just want to read you something that he said to me. He said, quote, "We must go rejoicing in the blessings of this world, chief of which is the mystery, the magic, the majesty, and the miracle that is life." And I think you, more than most people, have done just that in your life and on your show. You've rejoiced in the blessings of this world, and you've brought us every night the mystery, the magic, the majesty, and the miracle that's life. So I just want to thank you, Larry. We love you here, and we look forward to all that you're going to do in the days ahead.
Thank you, Anderson. I'm really touched. Thank you so much. Bill Maher is going to tell us what's next, Bill.
Well, Larry, I know that you have a special relationship with a lot of cities in America, like Miami, where you started, and New York, LA, Chicago. There's one guy who left his heart in San Francisco who's going to sing for you.
You're kidding.
I am not kidding.
I am not kidding.
All right. Thank you. Out of the tree of life, I just picked me a plum. You came along and everything started to hum. Still, it's a real good bet. The best is yet to come. Thank you. The best is yet to come. Come the day you're mine. Out of the tree of life, I just picked me a plum.
Tony Bennett.
Tony Bennett.
Wow.
Give Larry a beautiful standing ovation tonight. Come on, everybody. We love you.
How about them apples?
Thanks for all the great interviews you've given us through the years, Larry.
Thank you, Tony. I love you.
The tree of life, I just picked me a plum.
Tony Bennett, wow. Well, Sean, how do you feel?
I'm excited. I'm proud. I'm honored to be your wife and to have been with you on this journey, and excited that we're moving forward to new things.
How do you feel, Chance, on this historic evening? Chance is 11.
Well, I think I mostly feel happy for you, and I'm really happy because now you can be with me more, and probably I can see you a lot more. But it's not like you're not even gonna not be on here anymore.
Because we're doing other things, right?
Yeah.
Including seeing you play baseball.
Yes.
And Cannon King, who is 10. First, Cannon does me. Do me.
Where's Sean? Get in the car. I'm too old for this. I've done this for 50 years.
How do you feel about this night?
I feel glad for you and for us, and I mean, it's not like it's not gonna like you can not be on the show anymore. You're gonna come back, and it's gonna be fun for us. Yeah, you're gonna do specials here, and you're gonna try to get on MLB Network also.
Baseball has to be something.
And if it doesn't work, we're going to get you a paper route.
Yeah. All right. By the way, I want to thank the whole crew in New York as well, all the producers there, the control staff, the people in Washington, everyone associated. I'll have some last words, but you can throw it to the talk. Throw it.
We'll be right back after this.
It's not very often in my life I've been without words, but I want to thank everybody associated with this program, all the people behind the scenes, as I mentioned, Wendy and the staff, the floor people, everybody who makes it possible, even the suits at the top. I love them too. When I started 25 years ago at a little studio in Washington, D.C., I never thought it would ever last this long or come to this. So I'm going to go on, do a lot of other things. We're going to do specials here on CNN. I'm going to be seen in other places, do some radio work, be around baseball. So you're not going to see me go away, but you're not going to see me here on this set anymore. For 2 weeks, they're going to be playing highlight shows. I don't know what to say except to you, my audience. Thank you. And instead of goodbye, how about so long?